Good morning, students. Welcome back in another session of CS02 problem solving methodologies using programming in C. In our previous lecture, we have started with the control structure and we have discussed about the definition of control structure with the types of control structure that are in two different formats. One is decision making and second is looping. In decision making, there are various subtypes of decision making statements are available like if else, multiple if else, switch and go to. And then we have discussed about the syntax of if else and written the few programs related to if else statement. Now let's continue with the further discussion by introducing some more new programs. So next program that I would like to demonstrate in front of all of you is write a program to check number is odd or even. Write a program to check number is odd or even. Now, to make this program, after writing the structure of C, that is hash include stdio.h, void main, opening bracket and closing bracket. In between that, first I am declaring the two variables, that is a comma b. Then I am writing CLR SCR. Okay, we are checking a single number for odd or even, so that's why we are taking a single variable. Integer a, then CLR SCR printf. Enter your number, scanf, %d, n%, a which takes the input from user and stores inside the variable called a. And then I am writing the decision making statement if a modulo 2 double equals to 0. What it does? It finds out the modulus of a, and if the remainder is 0, then this number is even. If this condition is false, then the number is odd. So printf, next message is odd. Let's save the code and we are compiling the code, then we are running the code. It asks for one number. Suppose I am entering 3. 3 is an odd number, so it will print odd onto the screen. Here I am forget to write one more statement, that is get ch. Let's include that thing at bottom. Let's rerun the code. Suppose now I am entering 5. 5 is again an odd number, so it prints odd onto the screen. Now suppose I am rerunning the code and entering the value called 2. It prints even because 2 is the even number. Let's rerun the code. Suppose I am entering 8. It's an even number, so it prints even onto the screen. So in this way, we can check a particular number is odd or even. Now let's see this particular code in a notepad view for better visibility. So I am opening C drive, turbo C, disk, again turbo C, then bin, and I have saved this particular program as a 1.c. So I am opening it in notepad. You can see that code properly over the screen. The first line of code is the comment section. In the comment section I have mentioned write a program to check the number is odd or even. Then hash include stdio.h, then void main, opening bracket as well as the closing bracket. It's a structure of C. Then as a first line of code I am writing integer a which accept any number from the user. Then there is a CLR SCR. Then the message is printf enter your number. Then it reads that particular number from user. Say for example, after this message I am entering 5 onto the screen. That 5 is going to be stored in this A with this particular statement. After storing this 5 into the A, there is a decision making statement on very next line. In that decision making statement, 5 modulo 2 and its remainder is not equals to 0, right? That means this condition becomes false. And if the condition becomes false, the else statement is going to be executed and the message will be displayed that is odd. Now instead of this 5, I am entering 4. Then again this condition is going to be checked that 4 divided by 2 double equals to 0. If I divides 4 with 2, the remainder of this entire calculation is 0. That means this condition becomes true and it prints the message called even onto the screen. So in this way, this entire program gets executed by the compiler of programming in C and it gives you the appropriate output called odd or even. So I hope this program is clear for all of you. Let me write this particular definition separately over the another screen. Write a program to check number is odd or even. This is the first program of today's session, right? Now we'll go for another one. Write a program to check number is write a program to check number is 3 or not. This is the another definition. What we have to do in this program? We have to enter our number. If that number is 3, then it gives the output called yes. Otherwise it gives the output no. So let me modify the definition according to that. Write a program to check the number is 3 or not. I think this is the perfect one. No need to modify it. I'm just going back into the C compiler. And then here I am making our change. So write a program to check number is 3 or not. Same definition I am writing over here. Then for this program, for this entire program, we require 7 input. So I am declaring a variable called a. Then the basic function called CLR SCR. Then I am entering the number called enter your number and then the number. And then here I have to make a one change. If a double equals to 3. What happened? If a double equals to 3. See, this is the comparison operator. We have discussed lots of operator in our previous section. You can rewind the videos and you can see about the several types of operator. In that operator, in the hierarchy of operator, we have discussed about one operator called comparison operator, where it compares the value of existing variable with the right hand side fixed value, and that is equals to. That means it compares the value of a, whatever the enters by the user, with 3. If both are same, then it gives the message that number is proper. Say for example, here I am writing number is proper. And if condition is false, then it gives the message number is not proper. Now let's check this logic works or not. For that I am saving the code. Then I am compiling the code. There are no syntactical errors. Then I am executing the code. It asks for one number. Say for example, I am entering the number called 2. Now as per the strategy of our program, I have entered the 2. The entire decision making statement becomes false. so it returns number is not proper. Now I am rerunning the code, and say for example I am entering 3. The condition becomes true as per the strategy of our logic, then it returns the number is proper, right? Now let's dry run that particular code. What happens first, the A is declared, then here I am entering one value of A. First time I have entered I think 2 over here, then this 2 is going to be stored inside this variable called A by this scanf statement. Once it is done, on our very next line there is a decision making statement if, that means it will check the value of A is double equals to 3 or not. So that means 2 is compared with 3, both are same or not. If this condition is true, then it returns number is proper, and if condition is false, then it returns the else part, number is not proper. So in our test case for the dry run table call 2, this condition becomes false. We have entered 2 and which is not equals to 3, that means this condition is false in our case. So it returns the else part as a message, number is not proper. Again I have rerun the code, and instead of this 2 I have entered 3. So this 3 is going to be checked with right hand side value 3. This condition becomes true and it displays the number is proper, right? So this program works perfectly in a C compiler. Let's check over the Notepad editor for better visibility. My file name is 1.c. I am opening this. Yes, it's there onto the screen. Write a program to check the number is 3 or not. Hash include stdio.h, then void main, opening bracket as well as the closing bracket. Then the variables are integer a, clr, scr, printf, enter your number, scanf %d, and %a. Let me remove this 3, it's a example. Then if a double equals to 3, opening bracket, if the condition is true, then it will print number is proper, else it prints the number is not proper. Then when I execute the code, it asks for the number. I have entered 2. This 2 is going to be stored in this variable called a. If a is double equals to 3, that means if 2 double equals to 3, condition is false, then the else part is executed and the message will be displayed is number is not proper. Then in our second test case, I have entered the value called 3. In that particular case, this entire condition becomes true, so it prints the message that number is proper. So students, in this way our if-else statements works. Let's practice some more programs. The next program is, let me write over here, write a program to add two numbers and check. This is something new. Write a program to add two numbers and check the sum of two numbers are odd or even. What I have done in this particular definition, I have taken the reference of all previous definition. First, I have to enter the two numbers, then I have to add the two numbers which gives the sum of two numbers, and then I have to check the sum of that particular numbers are odd or even. Let's see how can we make this particular program. So let's come back into the C compiler. Then here I am giving the commenting section. Write a program to input two numbers and check the sum of two numbers are, let me put a one space because it's a very long definition. What I have written, Write a program to input two numbers and check the sum of two numbers are, yes, odd or even. Fine. So I am just saving this comment in commented section, then I am start writing the code. Now as per this definition, I have to input the two numbers. So here I am declaring the two variables called integer a comma b. Then even I requires the sum, so here I am writing sum. So three variables are there: integer a, the first number, integer b, the second number, and the sum, which is the sum of these two previous a and b. Then CLR printf, enter your first number, is our variable called a. Now this is very clear. Whenever I speak that enter your first number, it is always an a, because we have started with the same variable %d comma ampersand a. It reads and stores the first number from the user. Then the next message is printf, enter your second number, scanf %d comma ampersand b. It reads the second number from user and stores inside the variable called b. Then I need to add these two numbers because I have to check the sum. So first I am calculating the sum of two numbers. So sum equals to a plus b, which adds the two number, and then I am checking if sum modulo 2 double equals to 0. If this condition is true, then it gives the message printf sum is even. Else, if the condition is false, printf sum is odd. Fine. Let's check the logic of the entire code. Is it proper or not by compiling the code? So I'm compiling the code. There are no syntactical errors. Then I am running the code. Then I am entering the first value as 2, second value is 2. So the total is 4, which is divisible by 2. So the message should be sum is even. Now I am rerunning the code. First value I am entering 3, second value I am entering 5. So sum is total 3 plus 2 is equals to 5, which is not divisible by 2. The remainder becomes fractional. So the answer is sum is odd. Fine. So this program works properly. Let's check over the Notepad editor. Next. C drive 1.c. I'm opening in Notepad. This is the program. Perfect one, just there is a mistake in this line. Let me recorrect it. Fine, it's proper now. Let's save the code. After the commented section and the structure of C, you can see that there are three variables: integer a, the first number, b, the second number, total of these two numbers, sum, CLR printf enter your first number, which reads and stored by this scanf statement called scanf %d and %a. Then printf enter your second number, scanf %d and %b. This is the second number. Then after entering the first and second number, there is an addition of the numbers, that is sum equals to a plus b, which adds the two number. Then it checks that that sum is modulus by 2 or not, and if remainder is 0, then the sum is even, otherwise the sum is odd. Now let's make a dry run for the same. When I run this code, it asks for the first number. Enter your first number, right? So suppose I am entering 2. This 2 is going to be stored inside the variable called a. Then it asks for the second number. Here again I am entering 2. This 2 is stored inside the variable called b. Then there is a sum equals to a plus b, that means 2 plus 2, total is 4, it's stored inside this sum. If 4 is divided by 2, yes, it is divisible by 2, the remainder is 0, then it gives the message sum is even, and program gets terminated. Again I am rerunning the code. First value I am giving 3, it stores inside the variable called a. Then I am giving the value 2, which stores inside the variable b. The total of a and b is 5, so the sum is 5. And if sum is if sum modulus by 2 double equals to 0, that means 5 is modulus by 2 divided by 2. The remainder of this entire procedure is not 0. So this condition becomes false, and it goes inside the else part, and it displays that sum is odd. So this is the perfect code for this entire definition. You have to write all this code in your journals step by step. So today up to this we have gone for the 3 different programs, number 1, number 2, number 3. Now let's continue with some theoretical part, because lots many programs we have yesterday done for if else, and even today we have done the 3 different programs. So let's continue with the theory section, some theory section. Let me go inside the control structure first. Lots many slides we have discussed. Fine. So this is the control structure. We have discussed about this slide. Even we have introduced this diamond symbol for flowchart. Then we have discussed about the 2-3 flowcharts. Then we have started with if else. This is the theory of if else that we have discussed in last lecture. Now the next comes is multiple if else. What is multiple if else? Multiple if else means by checking the single condition, suppose we want to execute the multiple statements, then it is possible using multiple if else statement. Up to this what we are doing, there is a one condition and 2 fixed statements are there. If condition is true, statement number 1 is executed, otherwise statement 2 will be executed. There are no more options than these 2. But suppose we want more options to be get executed by checking the decision making statement, we requires multiple if else. Now I will speak something in Gujarati too, કેમ કે ક્યારના આપણે ઇંગ્લિશ બોલીએ છીએ. મલ્ટિપલ if else જે છે એ મલ્ટિપલ if else સ્ટેટમેન્ટનું જ હાઇબ્રિડ વર્ઝન છે. if else સ્ટેટમેન્ટની અંદર આપણે એની સિન્ટેક્સ જોઈ, એમાં એક કન્ડિશન અને 2 સ્ટેટમેન્ટ જ એક્ઝિક્યુટ થતા હતા. એટલે કે જો કન્ડિશન ટ્રુ હોય તો સ્ટેટમેન્ટ 1 એક્ઝિક્યુટ થાય, અધરવાઇઝ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ 2 એક્ઝિક્યુટ થઈ અને પ્રોગ્રામ છે એ ટર્મિનેટ થઈ જતો. તો આપણને 2 સ્ટેટમેન્ટ કરતાં વધારે ઓપ્શન્સ નહોતા મળતા. તો હવે ઓપ્શન્સ જોતા હોય તો પહેલું નહીં, બીજું નહીં, ત્રીજું સ્ટેટમેન્ટ મારે એક્ઝિક્યુટ કરવું હોય તો, કે ચોથું કરવું હોય તો, કે પાંચમું કરવું હોય તો આપણે નોલેજ અપડેટ કરવી પડે સીની અંદર મલ્ટિપલ if elseથી. એ પોસિબલ છે મલ્ટિપલ if elseથી. સિન્ટેક્સ જોઈએ તમારા સ્ક્રીન ઉપર. મલ્ટિપલ if elseની સિન્ટેક્સ છે જ. એમાં સૌથી પહેલાં એક કન્ડિશન આપેલી છે, ઇફ કન્ડિશન 1 સ્ટેટમેન્ટ 1, એટલે કે કન્ડિશન 1 જો ટ્રુ હોય તો સ્ટેટમેન્ટ 1 એક્ઝિક્યુટ કરી અને પ્રોગ્રામ પૂરો થઈ જશે. એલ્સ ઇફ કન્ડિશન 2 ચેક થશે. જો એ કન્ડિશન ટ્રુ હોય તો એ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ 2 એક્ઝિક્યુટ કરી અને ટર્મિનેટ થઈ જશે તો સ્ટેટમેન્ટ 1 એક્ઝિક્યુટ નહીં થાય, એ પાછું ખાસ ધ્યાનમાં રાખવું. સ્ટેટમેન્ટ 2 અને કન્ડિશન 2 જો ટ્રુ હોય તો સ્ટેટમેન્ટ 1 અને કન્ડિશન 1 હંમેશા ફોલ્સ જ હશે. ફાઇન, આગળ વધીએ. હવે માનો કે કન્ડિશન 1 ફોલ્સ છે, 2 પણ ફોલ્સ છે, તો આ સિન્ટેક્સ પ્રમાણે કન્ડિશન 3 ચેક થશે. જો એ થર્ડ કન્ડિશન ટ્રુ હશે તો સ્ટેટમેન્ટ 3 એક્ઝિક્યુટ થશે અને પ્રોગ્રામ પૂરો થઈ જશે, જેમાં 2 પણ ફોલ્સ હશે અને 1 પણ ફોલ્સ હશે. પણ હવે માનો કે કન્ડિશન 1 ફોલ્સ છે, 2 ફોલ્સ છે, 3 ફોલ્સ છે, ટૂંકમાં બધી જ કન્ડિશન ફોલ્સ છે, તો બાય ડિફોલ્ટ આ જે સિન્ટેક્સ છે એલ્સની એ એક્ઝિક્યુટ થશે અને તમારા સ્ક્રીન ઉપર મેસેજ પ્રિન્ટ કરશે ડિફોલ્ટ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ. ક્લિયર? સો this is called as multiple if else statements. Let's check practically in C. So I am just changing the definition. Let's again switch back into the English part. Write a program to demonstrate multiple if else by checking number is positive, negative or 0, and the comments get over. What I have written: write a program to demonstrate multiple if else by checking the number is positive, negative or 0. Perfect. So just read the definition once again. Here I have to enter one number and then there is a 3 checkings are there. That number is positive, fine, it prints positive and program gets terminated. If number is not positive, then it checks for the negative. If the number is negative, second condition is true, then it prints negative and program gets terminated. Condition number 3, it checks for the number is 0. If the number is 0, then it prints 0 and it terminates the code. So there are multiple conditions are there, and whenever the multiple condition comes, we need to go for multiple if else statement. So let's modify the code. Integer a is the variable. Here I have to enter the single number only. Then printf, enter your number. This is the message. I don't require the second value for this code. Let me remove this entire block. Then number is entered. Then here the first condition, if a is greater than 0. Whenever any value is greater than 0, it is always positive. So here I am giving the message positive. Spelling is correct, right? Positive. Then this is my first condition. Second condition is else if. All the optional conditions should be in else if. Else if a less than 0. If this condition, condition number 2 is true, then printf negative, always negative. Always whenever the number is less than 0, that numbers are negative. Else if a double equals to 0, number is 0. That means simply I am writing 0. Else, this is my default statement. See, these 3 conditions are there. Condition number 1 is in if. Condition number 2 is in else if. Condition number 3 is another else if. If every condition is false, then else message is executed and it prints, that is printf, enter valid number. Fine. Okay, let's check the program as logical flow gets completed, let's check for the compilation errors. There are no compilation errors. Let's run the code. It asks for the number. Say for example I am entering 2. 2 is positive number, so my condition 1 becomes true. It returns positive onto the screen. Let me rerun the code. Here I am entering -5. So -5 is a negative number. My condition number 1 becomes false and condition number 2 becomes true. That's why it returns negative. Let me rerun the code. Here I am entering 0. My condition 1 becomes false. 2 also becomes false. But the condition number 3, which is a double equals to 0, becomes true. It returns 0. Let me rerun the code. Here I am entering a. I am not entering any digits. I am entering alphabets called a. In this case, condition number 1 is false. Condition number 2 is also false. Condition number 3 is also false. So the default statement executes. That is, enter a valid number. Clear? So in this way this program gets run properly. Now let's check over the Notepad editor. Let me check the time first. Okay, this is the last program for today's session. So it's there over the Notepad. Let me rearrange these lines properly so the visibility becomes proper. Fine, it's done. After the structure of C, integer a, then enter your number. Here I am entering 2, this 2 source inside this variable called a. Then 2 is greater than 0. That means this condition becomes true. It prints what? Positive, and the number, and the program gets completed at the first condition. Instead of this I am entering -3. -3 is less than 0. That means condition 1 is false, but the condition 2 is condition second is true. It prints negative and program gets terminated. Then here I have entered 0. Condition number 1 is false. Condition number 2 is also false, but the condition number 3 is true. It prints 0 and program gets terminated. Here I have entered a, which is alphabet. In this case condition 1 is false, 2 is also false, 3 is also false. So it executes the else statement, which displays enter valid number, and program gets terminated. So this was all about the today's session. In today's session we have introduced 4 new programs. The 3 are mentioned as you can see onto the screen, and the 4th one is this one for multiple if else. Let me put into the same notepad and removes this symbol. So kindly note down the definition of these 4 programs that you have to make in your computers or mobile phone, and then after the successful execution of all this code you have to note it down in your journals. So thank you very much students for listening me, and have a nice day.